One of the most famous YouTubers of all time, Rhett and Link, who have been around forever, he posted a video with the title "Why I Can't Shut Up About Jesus." And, I figured I knew where it was going because I've heard videos of him talking about him leaving Christianity before. So I went into it expecting what I thought was going to happen, and of course it was. I was hopeful that maybe he did get saved. But yeah, he wasn't. And one thing that I wanted to point out was that it was interesting that he kind of it seemed like he was afraid to even say the name Jesus, which makes sense if you're not actually saved, because he mentioned Jesus a few times and then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna say Jesus instead of Jesus, so he didn't offend people or something. I don't know. It's bizarre, but I assume he's not gonna read this, but I wanted to share with you guys the comment I left on that video. There's a lot I could say about a lot of different things you mentioned here. And I'll start by saying that you are more than welcome to not believe in him, but the fact that you talk so much about it shows that you can't stop thinking about it. Because, in my opinion, something about leaving God doesn't feel right, and you're trying to understand why that is. I noticed you kept bringing up the faults of people. That's the root of the problem right there. God didn't tell us to follow perfect people, He told us to follow the perfect God. You also mentioned that God hates us and sends us to hell for not worshiping Him because He demands worship. But that's not actually what the Bible even teaches. God's not sending anyone to hell. He's saying we're all born with a sin problem and we're all already on our way to hell. And instead of trying to punish us, God said, let me put that punishment on myself, coming down in the flesh as a man with the very mission of sacrificing him on the cross, taking the punishment that we deserved, not being able to accept that we're the bad guy is why we go to hell. If we can't accept that only Jesus is good and accept His goodness, His blood that He shed on the cross so that we could live, and literally all He's asking us to do is believe and accept that payment. This isn't meant to come off negative, so I really hope it doesn't. Without Jesus, life means nothing, and there is no hope. Telling people God's truth brings life and brings hope to the world. You named a large percentage of people that either do or claim to follow Jesus, but most Christians are hypocrites, and most of the world doesn't actually know Him, and that's why so many people walk away from Him, because they never actually encountered Jesus. They keep meeting Christians that aren't a true reflection of Him, but people will fail us every time. We can never base our faith in God on the people we encounter being good enough, because that's not a standard the average Christian can meet. I mean, none of us are good enough, but the wolves in sheep's clothing pretending to be Christians are definitely confusing people who do not understand that we don't look to people, we look to God. Hey, I could be completely wrong, but to me, you seem like someone who's gonna come around again and come back strong. Did you have a huge change in your lifestyle based on your heart's convictions when you gave your life to Christ? If your life looks no different, there's no evidence of becoming born again. If your life looked no different when you got saved, there's no evidence that you became born again. Because if you're born again, you're literally a new creation when you actually, truly get saved. Anyone who walks away was simply never actually born again. Deep down in their heart, there really wasn't any true, full change from the person you used to be. Anyone who truly fully meets and understands Jesus will not deny that he is real, because they've literally tasted and seen that he is good, that he is who he says he is. When you've experienced Jesus, you know he's real. Anyone who walked away was only hoping this was real and were only guessing. The rapture is imminent. So I pray that anyone reading this that's on the fence, if not now, will genuinely seek Jesus the moment we vanish in an instant. My favorite verse in the whole Bible, Jeremiah 29:13, because it is God's promise to us that we will find him if we truly, genuinely seek him with our whole heart. Many don't find him because there's still a part of their heart that hasn't yet let go of the world, and a part of them doesn't want it to be true. So they're not truly, fully, genuinely seeking him, and therefore will continue to be and stay lost until they finally completely humble themselves before the Lord. I pray this reaches the right person, whoever it needs to. God bless you all. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. If you want to be saved, read Romans 10:9 and John 3:16. Maranatha. Peace.